Hi again! On my last video, I talked about the advantages of homeschooling. Today naman, I will discuss the disadvantages of home educating your child. Yes, meron po. And as I mentioned in my past video, our experience may be different from yours. What was that sound? But it's okay. Let me just assure you na yung disadvantage naman sa amin, pwede rin namang maging advantage sa inyo. So, just hear me out and I am sure that you'll figure something out, okay? Or you probably pick a tip or two after this. So, ano ba ang disadvantage sa amin? Well, one of the disadvantages is that we lost a paycheck, okay? Though ever since naman I'm a stay-at-home mom kasi I got pregnant on our first year of marriage. So I was still working, and then when I resigned after giving birth. And then when I gave birth, yun, dire-diretso na yun. I became a full-time mom. And I thought of working again because I'm a teacher, and I think as a teacher naman or a college professor, maluwag pa rin yung schedule eh. Because you have SEM break, Christmas break, all of these things. So, pag may bagyo, wala rin naman kaming pasok. So, sabi ko, compared to other jobs, okay pa rin if I will continue working as a teacher and I will send our son to school. But, iba yung leading learn, masyadong strong yung pull to homeschool him. So, it was difficult to lose one paycheck, and ramdam siya ng family. But you know nga, praise God, because parang we seek God if this is His will for us. And as always, when we follow His will, He will provide, okay? And He has been providing all our needs ever since, okay? When we obeyed Him in homeschooling recent. So that's number one disadvantage. Number two disadvantage is that there was a time that I had this moment, but it was a season of me being a mom and being a wife that I got tired. Because I worked all my life, okay, ever since I was single. Although as a teacher, pero I do a lot of things. I travel a lot. As in, ako yung ganon, okay? I do a lot of things, and I cannot really stay put at home 24/7. And there was a time in my life that I got so emotional about it. Parang ito na lang ba siya, na parang mag-homeschool ako? Kasi na rin kami, parang yaya-less for like 3 years, I guess. So parang ganito na lang ba talaga? Mag-homeschool ako, maglilinis ako, magsasampay ako, and then parang it became so tiring for me, emotionally, physically. And what helped me was I just have to go back to our why. And since our why is passing our faith and values to listen, and I just really have to pray and ask God, Lord, kasi hindi ako masaya in that time, during that time. So parang, Lord, parang if this is what you want, I hope that my heart will just follow, that my emotions would be, that I would be happy doing this, na hindi naman ako parang napipilitan or dinadrag ko lang yung pa ako. And yun, so praise God because God answered, and I'm okay now. I've been officially homeschooling for more than a year. Yung academic part as in we're enrolled na with a provider, etc. So, ayun, okay naman siya, pero disadvantage siya kasi talagang minsan nakakakrong-krong. Sorry for the term, I do not want to scare the parents, pero may time talaga na nakakapagod, especially if you're used to always being out, okay? So, I'm just really thankful for my husband kasi he understands this. So, sometimes, he would allow us to set a budget that we homeschool outside, short trips, kahit coffee shops, at least maiba lang yung environment. So yun, so nakakatuwa lang din. But as I mentioned, it's not a perfect. I'm not always excited to homeschool. I'm not always pumped up to, wow, we will do this today. Hindi laging ganon. So that's one of the disadvantages. Parang lang siya. Just be mindful of that, and I want when that happens, I want you to know that number one, that's normal. And number two, what helped me was I just went back to my why, and yun, nakatulong naman siya na I'm okay now. And also one of the disadvantages is that it could actually cause discussions between you and your husband. Kasi syempre, lalo na kung first time, there's a tendency for you to doubt your role as a parent and as a teacher. And at the same time, there is a tendency for your husband, not directly question naman, pero mangamusta, at pag nangamusta siya, parang feeling mo, ba't ka nangamusta? May mali ba? Parang ganyan. So, pwedeng magkaroon ng tension between the husband and the wife. It happened to us, me and Brian. We're both teachers. We're both in school. So, ang lakas ng tension sa amin kasi parang alam ko yung ginagawa ko kasi teacher ako, but at the same time, hey, he also knows what he is doing. So, ayun. So, ang nangyari sa amin, how we resolved that is that we got a provider kasi we were thinking of going independent before. We got a provider para hindi namin siya pag-uusapan, para merong outside accountability. So, a third party who will, check us out, check what's happening in our homeschool sa bahay, in our, in educating Risen. So, yun. Pwedeng madagdagan yung discussions nyo, pero pwede rin namang masolusyonan. And yun yung ginawa namin. We got a provider. And also, that we made sure na parang divided yung yung responsibility. Like, he teaches PE as much as he can, and that he helps me a lot naman din. So, yun. So, lang din. Parang it also challenges your relationship. Kaya I've been telling before, even in my previous talks, that you just have to be sure that your family is in the same boat. Kasi pag ayaw ng husband na mag-homeschool kayo, mas mataas yung tension. So, yun. So, those are the 3 disadvantages in our family. So, again, we have to lose 1 paycheck. And that number 2, there's a tendency for you to discuss more. Okay, and also, you just have to watch out for the mommy teacher's sanity. Okay, kasi it's real that you'll get tired and all of this. Okay, so yun, that's for our family, and maybe other families would have less disadvantages or even more, but for us, I hope that you're able to just look into this, because it's important to also know kung ano ba yung pwedeng mangyari na mali doon sa papasukin mo. So, yun, I hope I was able to help you again. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment or to leave me a message. And if you want to know the advantages of homeschooling, I posted a video, okay, right before this. So, para makita nyo lang yung pros and cons of homeschooling. Alright, so thank you. And I hope that you're having a good day wherever you are. Bye, everyone!